The first time I caught Karen trampling through my soybean field, I thought she was lost. The second time, she brought a picnic blanket and a megaphone, screaming about public land rights. By the third time, when she showed up with a yoga class in tow, I knew this wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a full-blown Karen invasion. My name's Tom Hargrove, and I've been farming these 40 acres in Willow Creek, Indiana, for 25 years. This land's been in my family since my great-grandpa plowed it with a mule. It's not just dirt, it's my blood, my sweat, my life. The rolling fields, the red barn, the apple orchard, they're my sanctuary. But to Karen Mitchell, the new HOA president from the shiny subdivision across the highway, my farm was apparently her personal playground, a community open space she could claim like some suburban conquistador. It started last spring. I was fixing a tractor when I saw her, a woman in her late 40s, marching through my soybeans with a clipboard, muttering about land use violations. She wore a neon visor and a shirt that said, "Empowered and Unstoppable." I jogged over, thinking she'd wandered off the county road. "Ma'am, this is private property," I said, keeping my tone polite. She didn't even look up. "Oh, honey, this field's been here forever. It's basically public." "I'm just checking for invasive species." I blinked. Invasive species. The only thing invading was her. I pointed to the no trespassing sign nailed to a post 20 feet away. She waved it off like it was a suggestion. "Signs don't make it she said, then strutted back to her SUV, leaving boot prints in my crops. That was just the warm-up. Over the next month, Karen escalated. She started posting on the neighborhood app, claiming my farm was underutilized and should be reclaimed for community use. She organized nature walks through my fields, trampling my soybeans and scaring my chickens. One Saturday, I found a group of her friends doing Tai Chi in my alfalfa patch, chanting about healing the earth. I asked them to leave. Karen, leading the group in a headband that screamed "Namaste," said, "Tom, you can't gatekeep nature. This land belongs to everyone." I was dumbfounded. My deed, my taxes, my calloused hands, they didn't matter to her. She saw my farm as her pet project, a stage for her to play eco-warrior. The real kicker came when she filed a petition with the town council to rezone my land as a public park. She stood up at the meeting, PowerPoint at the ready, claiming my farm was a blight because I used chemicals, aka fertilizer, and didn't share it with the community. I stood up, voice shaking, and showed them my family's century-old deed. The council shut her down, but Karen didn't blink. She just smiled and said, "We'll see who wins." That night, I found her flyers stapled to my fence post save Willow Creek's open space. My farm wasn't hers to save. The tension simmered all summer. Karen's antics grew bolder. She started a community garden on my south acre without asking, digging up my soil and planting kale nobody wanted. I'd rip out her stakes. She'd put them back. I'd call the sheriff. She'd charm her way out with coffee and crocodile tears. Neighbors started picking sides. Some, like old Mrs. Jenkins, thought Karen was a menace. Others, suckered by her community spirit, joined her cause. I felt like I was losing my home, one trespass at a time. Then came the twist to enter Jake, my estranged cousin. Jake's a city slicker, a real estate developer who hadn't set foot on the farm since we were kids. Out of the blue, he showed up one August morning in a slick suit, driving a Tesla. "Heard you're having trouble." "Tommy," he said, smirking, "I could buy this place, turn it into condos, solve all your problems." I nearly decked him. Jake wasn't here to help. He saw Karen's chaos as a chance to pressure me into selling. He started cozying up to her, whispering about development opportunities. Suddenly, Karen's community space rhetoric had a new edge. She wasn't just a busybody, she was Jake's pawn, stirring up trouble to tank my farm's value. By September, things hit a boiling point. Karen announced a community harvest festival on my land, complete with a petting zoo and a bounce house. She'd crowdfunded it, claiming it was to celebrate local agriculture. I wasn't invited. The morning of the event, I woke to find my front gate torn off its hinges, tire tracks gouging my field, and Karen directing a caravan of minivans onto my property. She'd even put up a banner, Willow Creek People's Park. I called the sheriff, but they were tied up with a fender bender across town. I was on my own. I grabbed my pitchfork not to hurt anyone, just to make a point, and stormed out. Karen was in the middle of my soybean field, setting up picnic tables. "Get off my land," I roared. She spun around, megaphone in hand. "Tom, this is for the greater good. You can't hoard this space forever." The crowd, her yoga buddies, some confused families, and Jake lurking in the back watched us like we were a reality show. I pointed to the wrecked gate, the trampled crops. "This is my home. Karen, you're destroying it." She laughed. "Progress hurts sometimes. Tom." That's when she made her fatal mistake. Karen, emboldened by her crowd, hopped into her SUV to clear space for more festival tents. She revved the engine and plowed straight through my fence, aiming for the community garden she'd forced on my land. The crowd gasped as her SUV lurched forward, smashing into the garden bed. Soil and kale flew everywhere. The vehicle spun, tires screeching, and crashed into a ditch. Hood crumpled, steam hissing. Karen stumbled out, unhurt but furious, screaming, "This is your fault, Tom." The crowd turned on her. "Mrs. Jenkins yelled, "You've gone too far." Even her yoga buddies looked horrified. I stood on a hill, pitchfork in hand, watching her empire crumble. Jake slunk away, his condo dreams dead. The sheriff finally arrived, cuffing Karen for property damage and trespassing. The festival collapsed as families packed up, whispering about her meltdown. My farm was a mess, fences broken, crops ruined, but I felt a strange relief. Karen's reign was over. In the weeks that followed, the town rallied around me. Neighbors helped rebuild my fence. The council passed an ordinance protecting farmland from frivolous petitions. Karen. She moved away, her HOA crown tarnished, her community dreams buried under a mountain of legal fees. I heard she's selling essential oils online now, still preaching about shared spaces. Good luck with that. Standing in my field today, I can still see the scars patches where soybeans never grew back. A gatepost that leans just a little. But this land is mine, and no Karen can take that away. I learned something. Though some folks think they can claim what's not theirs just by shouting loud enough, they're wrong. Fight for what's yours. Because if you don't, someone like Karen will. What do you think ever dealt with a Karen trying to steamroll your life? Share your story below. I could use a laugh.